if I'm being totally honest here, this might be the worst design to take a radio out. This is incredibly annoying. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're doing kind of another like little things sort of mod. I haven't really seen any videos of this online and thought it'd be cool to kind of do it. So I went to this place the other day called Salvage Performance, and basically what they do is they part out mainly Evos and like Mazda Speeds, and they started doing Miatas. So they had a few things that I needed to get. First off being, I got a new O2 sensor. This is an OEM one. I'm hoping that this will solve my issues moving forward, because instead of continuing to mess with the exhaust, I am just going to head down to New Braunfels and get a tune from Dynotronics. So I need to set that up. That will make the car really wake up, I think, and it'll really clear out the codes, even though there's nothing really wrong with the car, because technically it has a catalytic converter and everything, and it's passed inspection before. I just cannot track down the issue anymore. I really don't know what it is. So that's on the agenda in the coming weeks, so that will be a really cool video. But today we're doing something to the interior of the car, and I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys. So on each model of NCs, you have this trim piece in the dashboard, and I have the sport model, so it's just the gray kind of flat looking trim piece. And on the club models, it's painted. I think they do white, red, and they have an MX-5 logo right across there. But since I don't have a club, I'm not trying to, make a club model that doesn't have everything that it should. They make a piano black. It's called piano black, but it's basically a glossy black trim piece for your dash. So I picked this up at the salvage parts place as well. I got a really good deal on it. And yeah, so it's a little scuffed from, people cleaning the interior of their car, and it just got a little bit of swirling on it. So we're gonna clean that up first. I already did like a little part right here, and it looks pretty good. You can't really tell on the camera, but it's definitely looking better than it was. So I'm gonna take a little bit of time and put some swirl remover on this, because it is paint, so it'll come out nicely. And then we're gonna go through the car, and I'm gonna show you how to take out the old one, put in the new one. And this video can be used for pretty much anyone who wants to take out their trim piece and maybe they want to paint it. I didn't want to paint mine. I'd rather get an OEM piece. But you can take it out, vinyl wrap it, carbon fiber, do whatever you want. I don't know. So let's clean this up, put it in the new one. It'll be good to go. Alright, so these are done. It's looking super good. Very clean looking. It only did a little bit as far as like the scratch removal goes, but I think that once it's in the car, it'll look really nice, and I won't have to worry about like too much scratching in the future. So I'm happy with the way that turned out for just a quick little job. So I'm going to stick you on the tripod, and we're going to work on the inside now. So this might be a little difficult to see since everything in the car is black and it doesn't really reflect off of anything. But what you're going to want to do is we're going to start by taking off this black plastic piece right here. It's held in by clips. We're going to take off the underside here, like we did in the install video for the wiper, and then take off this other black piece right here that's all held in by clips. Alright, so I'm really having difficulty with this radio. I don't know, it's stuck in. There was two 10mm bolts on the side underneath here. I've gotten this piece off. It's like snapped off, but it's still stuck up here. So I'm gonna keep trying at this radio, and I'll get back to you in a minute. So I'm underneath the dash right there. You see those two that I took off? Those aren't the ones you want to take off. Way back there, that bolt right there that's in focus, you need to take that one off. I had to use a double extension with a 10mm. Let's keep going. If I'm being totally honest here, this might be the worst design to take a radio out, to get all this. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it was worse a minute ago. Like, it cuts your hand up digging in there. I don't even know if I got the right bolt out. This is incredibly annoying. There we go. Alright, the radio's out. Here it is. You want to do these connectors to get it out. This is quite honestly awful just for this plastic piece. I don't know why Mazda made it so difficult, but I guess we'll do these two screws next, and then it should come all the way out. There's one screw underneath here, underneath your dash. It's pretty easy to see if you can get your head under there, but they're all Phillips head. So let's take these two out. And this little piece right here should pop out just by itself. I don't think there's any screws behind it or anything. Alright, so my memory card ran out of space. Hopefully you guys saw this piece comes off, it just snaps off. You gotta just get a screwdriver in it, but everything is taken off. You can see the difference. So this one, this small piece did not come with a vent, so we need to move this vent to the old vent to the new piece, which is just a couple screws on the back. I'm not going to film that because it's pretty self-explanatory and not really part of the video. But yeah, this video has kind of gone off the rails. This process is stupid for really what you need to accomplish. I mean, feel free to do this mod, but just be prepared to spend a little more time on it than you might expect. So I'm going to cut to putting in the new dash pieces after I've removed the vents. Wow, look at that. It's a black dash piece, piano black. So yeah, sorry for the movie magic there, but I went ahead and just put everything back together the way it came off, so it's pretty easy to tell that piano black looks way better than the gray, I think at least. Just adds that nice little touch of like interior attention, so I like it. So this whole install was super hard for really what it was. Like, honestly, Mazda should have just made this whole thing like a pop-off piece. You could just pry up, but there's screws behind it. On the sides, you have to take the radio out. The radio's a pain to get out. You have to take the whole center console out. It's just a lot more difficult than it should be. Like, this piece just popped off. That's the way it should have come off. But anyways, it's in. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Gonna wrap this thing up and get it finished. I did forget to mention we got this whole thing done, which is one screw remaining, which I don't know where it went, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you sticking into the channel. Hopefully this video kind of helped you a little bit. It might not have. This was supposed to be kind of a guide on how to do this, but really it was just, the whole thing was terrible. The whole install was awful, and I hope I don't ever have to do it again. So if you do try this, don't think you can get it all done. It's harder than it should be, and just take your time. There's some videos online. One thing to remember is it seems with the NC2 and NC3 models, they are different from the NC1. And there's a lot of tutorials online how to do the NC1, but not NC2 and 3. I found like a few like random videos that were like a minute long, and people just explained it really fast, but it was kind of tough to follow along. With that being said, this video is over. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and stay tuned for some tuning videos. Those are going to be really exciting. Not a ton of plans for the rest of the car. There will be things here and there that I obviously will continue making videos on. This project is by no means over. But yeah, just kind of brainstorming on what we can do next, really. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I do want to make a front diffuser or front splitter, as well as like a rear diffuser, rear splitter kind of thing. So that will take some time. I'm gonna make like a few videos on the process of planning and development and things like that. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below if you enjoy Miata content and car content in general. I'm gonna start going to more meats, cars, coffee, things like that. So hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.